Hello, my name is Amaka Moore. I am a student of Ivy Tech Community College, Indianapolis, Indiana. I am here to make a presentation on designing my warehouse for the partial fulfillment of my course, LOGM 227. Primarily, it will be vital to know what warehouse is before designing it. Warehouse, therefore, is visual representation of the physical space where workflow activities take place. In warehousing, issue of space is always a big deal. If a warehouse lacks good layout or space, it will be exceedingly difficult for them to operate, if not impossible. Designing my practical warehouse is crucial and will have direct impact on the effectiveness and efficiencies of productivity in the warehouse. I will plan and design my warehouse in such a way that it will help to boost production, streamline operations, and most importantly, reduce costs. If I design my warehouse properly, it will provide easy access to stored goods, minimize travel times, and improve order fulfillment rates. For my design to take place, I have to take into consideration so many things such as defining my objectives and goals, which includes market for distribution, the types of products carried, the ideal amount of product to be distributed, and the expected lifetime of the facility. If I have these details, it will help me to design my warehouse. Another point I will also take into cognizance is to determine what is required for optimal function, such as the number of employees who will be on the floor, the font that I will use in designing, how much product that will be stored at a time, the amount of movement of incoming and outgoing products, also space needed for loading docks, gantry cranes, temperature control rooms, office or conference rooms. These criteria also will impact how my design will be like. I will want to make sure that there are enough spaces to accommodate all the workflows effectively, efficiently, and comfortably. Creating a clearly outlined workspaces is also important for maximization of spaces. Keep warehouse organized, and for safety issues to both products and employees. The workspaces to plan for are the inbound and outbound, where loading and unloading takes place. Reception, where an adequate amount of space for employees to inspect incoming inventory adequately and appropriately is required. Staging, where goods are temporarily kept before it's moved to the storage section. Storage area, where you store products and vertical space is seriously advised to increase the capacity at which items are stored. Picking area is also important because that is where you go and pick up your items. Shipping area should be clearly separated from other spaces in the warehouse to avoid congestion and keep up production. I will also want to define my workflow, as this will help to establish the movement of products parts early on. This part could be straight line or as you decided. It will increase the movement, to pick up the items without any problems. And the parts are clear, free of blockage, and that will ensure overall safety to the employees. Warehouse has so many designs like U-shape, I-shape, and L-shape. But for the purpose of my assignment, U-shape will be my best bet. In U-shape design, Product comes in from one side of the building, moves to the back staging area, to the storage, moves across the back and back to the front again. So I'm going to explain in full details the activities performed. The activities performed in each section of the design. First, let me explain what I designed. The first one is the reception area, followed by inbound stroke receiving, followed by staging area, storage area, forward pick area, where sorting, packaging, staging is carried out, and the last one is outbound stroke shipping. So in the reception stroke office area, this is a place that sums up and reflects business identity. It is where first impressions are made. It significantly says what kind of business that is being operated and what it stands for. So, it is important I design it spaciously to avoid congestion in the receptive area. In inbound stroke receiving area, this is a place where all supplies and materials are brought into a business. It's essential to also have a plan for enough space for this. Also here, the storekeeper must be informed in advance by the logistics department about deliveries to be ready for storage with sufficient clean space and to recruit loaders if necessary. The storekeeper must know the quantity of items, delivery date, and the organization for external deliveries. Inspection must also be done, and if quality is bad, then it can be rejected or refused. Exchange of products can be done at this stage. In staging area, it's rack-free zone, usually located in front of loading and unloading docks, where goods are temporarily stored on the floor, waiting to be transported to another location. Forklifts, pallet jacks, and other warehouse equipment are used during the process. Product quality control are conducted in staging area, where pallets and the merchandise make sure that the products match the information on other documentation. In the storage area, goods are stored here before they are distributed to the end users. I use vertical storage for easy access and arrangement of products as sorted out in like manners. The idea of this design came about to have a better workflow. In forward peak, a forward peak is an accessible storage area in which small quantities of frequent purchased items are placed. In this regard, it will be easier to have items sorted out, packed, staged, and ready for shipping. In the outbound stroke shipping area, this is where shipping out of finished products to customers are performed. It consists of the order fulfillment processing, including picking, packing, shipping, and delivery of a package. So, I choose a U-shape design because it has a lot of benefits for me. Because I choose U-shape, it will help me to facilitate cross-docking, where unloading materials and loading them directly into outbound trucks, trailers or rakers with little or no storage in between. I use the U-shape because it makes best use of dock space, that is receiving and shipping. I also use U-shape design because it allows for expansion. I also use U-shape design because it helps in resource sharing, in managing the warehouse. Lastly, I use U-shape design because the risk of misplacing or damaging others are much lower. So, like I said in the beginning, my name is Amaka Moore, and I presented this in partial fulfillment of my course, LOGM 227. And my instructor's name is O'Neill, Kevin O'Neill. Thank you for watching, and I hope you liked my video. Bye.